notch. As you turn this, you feel the notches. So one notch at a time, and it selects whatever you need. See, I got all these apps. You need to press down, and then you can rotate. You see, as I'm rotating, it changes the highlights. You see? I can enter.
Dodge Challenger and Jeep Grand Cherokee both share identical Uconnect 8.4 inch screens. Even if the controls are located in different places on the front panel, they share identical controls. For more information, please see description below. Quality product since 2002. This product is 100% designed and manufactured in the USA. Please support American jobs. This product is 100% automotive grade product.
This video is for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles with 8.4 inch screen, 2013 and up. They have new Uconnect 8.4 inch, so 2013 and up to 2019, 2020. That have this control panel, so it has the back button and tune, but it must have 8.4 inch screen. We're gonna demo following product. Apple Carplay device allows you to create a CarPlay on the Uconnect 8.4 inch screen. So we have the 2013 and up Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler vehicles, and Ram with 8.4 inch screen. And this control, you can have Apple CarPlay on your screen, and it's going to be controlled with the factory buttons, back and tune. So it's going to be identical to the vehicles on the market that have, even though the car have touchscreen, but it's identical to the vehicles on the market that don't have touchscreen, such as BMW, Audi, Mercedes, and similar European vehicles where CarPlay is controlled with the radio controls instead of the touchscreen, because the older Uconnect vehicles don't have CarPlay feature. So we're giving you ability to have a factory CarPlay feature without any external controls. So you can do CarPlay and Android Auto, so it's 2-in-1. We're going to show you a demo in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. However, any Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram with 8.4 inch screen would be identical installation. The only difference might be is the removal of the trim panel. After you remove the trim panel, the rest is identical. So the controls and the installation will be identical in all 8.4 inch screen, 2013 and up, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. So your only difference might be the removal of this, we call it trim beautification panel. But the rest is identical to all Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep with 8.4 inch screen. So first step, we're gonna remove the trim panel to access the screen. To remove the screen in this particular car, you don't need any tools. You just start from the bottom, and it's just a lot of clips, but the whole panel just pulls out. So basically, that's it. Your removal is done. There is a connector in the back, which you can remove no problem. That's it. All you got is a lot of clips. You don't have any screws. So that took us, what, 10 seconds? Now you just need to remove this 8mm, 4 8mm screws. Let's go ahead and remove the 4 8mm screws. Go ahead and remove these 4 screws. Once you remove all 4 screws, the screen just comes out, and you want to disconnect the connectors you have in the back of the screen. So just go ahead and remove all the connectors. They're all pretty much unclip. So you remove the connectors. So in this particular vehicle, you got main connector, USB, and antennas. So there's your antennas. You got 3 antennas. This is not connected. And then you got the main connector and the USB. For all installation purposes, This is the only connector that you're going to be interfacing always. This is the main power connector that you're going to be interfacing, and plug it in your plug and play harness in here. So you plug in your plug and play harness in here, plug everything else in, and close the car. Demo of Apple Carplay with Android Auto 2-in-1 plus 4 cameras. We're showing you everything, Apple Carplay and Android Auto and 4 cameras. You don't have to install 4 cameras. You can install none of the cameras, or just rear camera like this car has, or add a rear camera. We're going to show you all the options that are possible with this interface, including video in motion for factory DVD player that this car has. Your car may have or don't have a DVD player, but we're going to show you its capabilities. And if you don't have sound options, you're not installing sound options, it's totally fine. So let's start. First, we want to install supplied plug and play harness. So you got this main harness, you plug it in here, and you close it. So this is going to go back into the screen. This is going to go into the harness that connects to the interface. You got audio RCAs. This is how audio from your CarPlay will get into the, or Android Auto will get into the radio system. So first we want to install the harness. If you're connecting any of the cameras, you want to run the cameras from the back. Now, you want to route your USB cable. So you can buy any cable. If you just install an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, or it doesn't matter. You see a long cable like this. You route the cable through inside of the dashboard into your armrest. You can route it anywhere. Some people even modify factory USB, but you route this cable behind the panels into your armrest. So the cable should go through inside into your armrest. You can use either dedicated iPhone cable. See, this cable is very long. If you look at it, it's very long cable, right? Or you can use a regular USB to USB and then plug in any phone you want. But the best location is nicely routed behind the panels into your armrest for factory look and feel. For Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you also need a microphone. So we supply with a microphone like this. It clips on. So let us show you. You can clip it on to the top. Let's move it. So this is your headliner. You clip it on like this. Specific clip that is made so you can clip it on. And then after you clip it on, you just put it in here. And then the microphone, the way it stays is that you route the cables behind it, right? So when you route the cables, I'm going to show you with this white cable, so it's better to see. See the white cable, it's easier to see. You hide it inside your ceiling. So basically, everything is going to be hidden, and your microphone is going to be only sitting like right here. And you route it through the pillars and under the panel. So only thing you're going to see is basically everything is hidden, and it comes out over here. So everything is going to come out basically right inside the dashboard. So all the cameras come from behind the dashboard, factory look and feel. Everything behind, so all your wires, so USB should be here, your microphone should be here. If you're running any cameras, they should be here too. So we got the main harness installed. Now we're going to install the interface. Keep in mind, you got to program the interface. We're going to show you how to program it. The programming process only takes 2 minutes. The entire process, program it for Jeep Grand Cherokee or any car, or Dodge or Chrysler or Ram, whatever you have. Watch this 2-minute clip.
Do not forget to program the interface. All interfaces are shipped blank, as they need to be configured by the installer or end user. Programming process will take less than 1 minute and can be performed using Windows or Mac computer.
Apple CarPlay update. The update process takes approximately 2 minutes. This is the software already open on the screen. Software is available for Windows and Mac-based computers. Step 1, download the updater. It takes approximately 30 seconds. Step 2, open it. Takes 1 second. Step 3, get a cable.
USB to micro USB. USB end, you're going to connect it to the computer. Micro USB end, you're going to connect into the interface. Then install appropriate software. So just for the test purposes, we're going to install Jeep Wrangler and hit install. And the installation starts, and the entire process is probably going to take right about 30 seconds. And then after it's installed, you basically do install it in the car. And don't forget to set your dip switches. In the video, it's going to tell you whether they go up or down. And the entire configuration on Windows or Mac computer will take you no longer than 2 minutes. That's everything. That's downloading the software and installing the software. And then the last step is configuring, which is self-explanatory. Everything is in plain English, right? Don't make it complicated. There's no learning curve to this. As you can see, I hit search, I hit install. It's only one button. So there is no learning curve to use this. It's basically all automated. It sits as 99%. Right now that's going to go away, and it's going to say see device completed. Click close. And then the camera settings you can update. Again, this is all here in plain English. On the left hand side, you adjust cameras that you want to install if you're installing any. On the right hand side, you choose cameras that car is equipped with, and then how do you want it to operate. Again, it's all in plain English. So if you're installing side cameras, there are 3 ways to operate them. Manual with a speed check, manual without speed check. Everything is in plain English. Again, no learning curve. The whole update takes approximately 1 minute. You just have to tell the interface if you're going to install any aftermarket camera, and you got to tell the interface if you have any of the factory cameras. You're completing your update, and it took us about 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the entire process. Take it to the car and continue with the installation.
Okay, now that you have programmed the interface, take your interface, you'll find 2 switches here. Both switches have to be set to on position. This is top, on is down. This is where the microphone plugs in. This is your top. Switches must be set down. Okay? So you take the supplied harness that we gave you. We gave you this plug and play harness. You got 5 wires over here with the black heat shrink in the end. They're not used. Plug this in. And then you got this one, 16-pin connector. That plugs in together with the T-harness. So you plug these 2 together. Alright? You also have 2 audio RCAs. You see red and white. You need something like this. It's called male-to-male RCA. Or you can have one with the wires, it doesn't matter. So they can have pieces of wire, and they connect together with these 2 that are found on the main T-harness. So basically you got this T-harness that plugs into the back of the radio. It connects to the interface, and then audio connect to the audio of the main box. Alright? With ignition on, check that the LED is blinking. You got the green LED over here blinking. This is your USB cable, so this is where you plug in your iPhone cable or Android cable or just USB. This is the programming port for the previous step. And we also adding camera. If you're not adding any camera, you have rear factory camera, you're done. But we're also adding cameras. Before you close everything, you want to test everything to make sure everything works. So we're going to connect cameras to this box. We got 4 RCAs right here. We got left over at this 5 cables. They're not used. You got this cable. It's not used. And you got 4 camera inputs. They're all labeled. You only need front, left, and right cameras that we're installing. We're not installing anything else. So let's connect the cameras and start testing everything. We want to temporarily put everything back, but don't close anything permanently because we're just testing. So you're going to take your screen, you're going to plug in the main harness in the back, take the harness, alright, plug it in, close it up, then take the module and put the module in the back. See, the radio came on. That could be Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. They all have the same screens. So we want to put everything back. There's a lot of space in the back over there. Look how much space we got. There's a lot of space. But right now we're just testing everything, so we don't want to put anything permanently, right? We just want to test to make sure that everything works. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put everything in the back temporarily, and we're going to just test. You see, I connected 3 cameras, and we want to make sure that everything works before we start closing anything, right? So we're putting everything in there. Putting everything. This is just temporarily. After you finish, you're gonna make everything nice. But for now, we just want to test to make sure that everything that we install works properly. Right? So we take this, we put it in there. All right, and we want to put the screw. I want to put 1 screw in to make sure the screen stays so we can test everything. So put 1 screw in. We want to take the panel, connect the connector, and put the panel back in just for testing because we want to have access to the button. We're not closing anything. We want to test everything. We want to make sure that everything works. Only after we know that everything works, we're going to close the car completely, make all the wires connection neat and final. Set the radio to aux so you can hear the audio from your device. Then take your phone, plug it in. Once you plug it in, the CarPlay is going to appear. You can do switching first or after, doesn't matter. So CarPlay is going to appear on the phone, but look, press and hold the back button. You have this menu. The phone connects, you see it says CarPlay. So that's it. You don't no longer need phone. This is CarPlay. Now, there are no touchscreen controls because this is a CarPlay add-on. However, we made controls identical to any European car. So this is what we're gonna do. We have these buttons right here. We got back. So this is like in a BMW, Mercedes, or they got a back button. Then you need a turn up, left or right, and then you need enter. So this is all CarPlay required. You just gotta follow this blue highlight. So check this out. Look, as I'm moving the joystick, 1 click at a time. So this is 1 notch. As you turn this, you feel the notches. So 1 notch at a time, and it selects whatever you need. See, I got all these apps. Difference. As I rotate, it rotates through all these options. Okay? So, as you know, that particular one is 1 notch. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is your home button, and if you press and hold, it's going to be a Siri button as well. See right there, you got your Siri. How can I help you? We just turned off all the audio, but now, if you want to go into maps, you go into maps. If you want to go into destinations, you go into destinations. If you want to go into and enter destination, you can either enter it by voice. You see I highlighted this. Or there's a keyboard here. You can go to the keyboard mode. And you see, as I'm rotating the joystick, it selects anything you want. I can press back and get out, back and get out, back and get out. So this is factory. We take over the controls, and if you press and hold the back button, you're going to go back to your controls, and then you control whatever factory stuff you control with this. But when you press and hold the back button, it activates the CarPlay, and now you're in a CarPlay mode. Your full screen takes over the CarPlay. This message disappears. That's it. Over here you got your 3 recent apps. So this is the maps. We'll launch the maps. This is the phone. You got the tune-in radio. So let's go into the tune-in radio. Obviously, for copyright reasons, we cannot play any audio, but we're going to show you. You can select whatever you want. Basically, we can go into music, enter. This is real CarPlay. So CarPlay is meant to work in 2 modes, touchscreen or joystick controls. Most European cars, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, VW, they don't have touchscreen, they have joysticks. So they have rotary knob. If you go to Apple website, as a matter of fact, we're going to show it to you. If we're going to go to apple.com, Apple, apple.com/CarPlay. And if you go to Apple's website, we're going to show it to you right on the Apple's website. See, if you go to apple.com/CarPlay, this is the CarPlay menu. And if you go over here, it tells you control with words or touch or twist. So we got the twist option. And if we go over here, you can do touch or knobs and controls. You see what it says right here? It says CarPlay also works with knobs, dials, or buttons in the car. If it controls your screen, it controls CarPlay. So this is what we have right now. This controls your car screen, and we're controlling the CarPlay. As you can see, the blue highlight follow us where we go. You got all factory real buttons, basically. So all the features of CarPlay work as expected. So you can go to any of the applications. We got pages and pages of applications. They're all the same pretty much, because CarPlay and Apple tells developers how to make apps. So basically, you know, my favorite is tuning radio. You go into the radio, you select whatever you want. You see the blue highlight just follows it. And with one nudge, one turn, and it selects the next one. It's super responsive. Hip hop beat, you press on it, and it's gonna load through the internet. You see we're on Wi-Fi. Let's disconnect Wi-Fi so it loads faster through our LTE. So basically, whatever you select, see now back on LTE. Again, we're in a very low service area, so don't mind it not loading because CarPlay is inside the phone. One very important thing to remember about CarPlay, very important. CarPlay only lives inside your phone. Today or 20 years from now, all updates and apps are inside your phone. Now iOS 12 is coming with the new updates. Once you update your phone, it's all here. You never have to worry about updating the hardware inside. Everything happens, all the updates, they happen right here in this phone. Whatever you add to your phone as far as applications, they will appear here. If Apple decides tomorrow to change something, it will appear here. Now, this is pause. Now you paused whatever is playing. This is play. We cannot play audio for copyright reasons, but you know, again, now it's paused. It's playing actually. If I press enter, it's paused. I can go back while now it's playing something. I can select 70s hits, party hits, US. Now, if I want to pause it, so now it's playing. This is pause, so I'm pausing it. If I want to get out, the music is gonna play, and I can enter maps, or I can call somebody. I can do whatever I want basically. So let's see what happens if we call somebody. Let's connect another phone. And just to show you, it even works on older phone. This iPhone 5, CarPlay works. So different set of menus a little bit, and you can move those applications, by the way. If you go into phone settings, if you have a lot of applications, and you go into the settings, and you go into general, and you go into CarPlay, and you can rearrange the apps the way you want. Look at the screen. Look, I'm gonna rearrange those two apps right now. Look what happens. You see they rearrange. Look, I'm gonna put maps first. Right there, maps first one. So basically, this is not some kind of mirroring. Real Apple CarPlay. If you want to go into, and you want to call somebody, go into phone. Obviously, Siri requires internet connection to use, but we don't need the phone. So we just want to use keypad. And whatever number you dial, let's say 555 12 12. And the system is super responsive. And that's it. I can go ahead and I can rotate it, and I can press call, and it's gonna go, you know. So we got CarPlay. Then we're gonna connect Android Auto. Android Auto works a little bit different. We're gonna show it to you because it also uses these two buttons right here, and it uses this button. So we're gonna show you what it does. But CarPlay is very easy. This is your left rotate, right rotate. As you can see, look. See, we're in left rotate, right rotate. Enter. This is to enter whatever menu you want to enter. So basically, if you enter music, it enters the music. This is back to get out. Back, back. So same thing as any other car. Now, we're done with Apple CarPlay demo. We're going to go ahead and connect Android and show you how the Android works. Now let's test Android Auto. take your Android phone, plug it in. It's going to say Android Auto on the screen. Android Auto is loading. And over here it's going to say Android Auto. So it says connect to your card. It's first time when you connect a new phone to a new device, it takes a minute for it to load. But actually it's going to say Android Auto, and it's going to load. It's going to load and it's going to say Android Auto on the screen. So let's wait for it to load. Alright, so Android Auto has loaded. You got the menu. Now the main screen is going to appear. Hey, so this is real Android Auto. You got your menu, you got everything. Now, the difference is that it requires a little bit more buttons. So, for Android Auto, we have to use this button and these two buttons over here. So I'm going to show you how it works. So this is your map, phone, main menu. So, you see, I'm rotating, nothing's happening. I need to get down into the menu. These buttons now act to get down. However, if you go back into factory stuff and you go into climate control, this is going to control the climate. You see I'm pressing, the climate is being controlled. But if I'm in CarPlay mode, I recommend doing a sync so you can control from this side. And when you go back into the CarPlay mode, if you hear any noise in the background, just let it. This menu, to get into this menu, you need to press down and then you can rotate. You see as I'm rotating, it changes the highlights. You see? I can enter. This is the music app. So whatever music apps you have, you click on enter and it's going to open up music apps. This phone doesn't have any music apps, but you can load whatever music apps you load and you're going to be able to play it from here. Now, if you want to go back, you press back. You see Google Play Music. It's actually loading, but it doesn't have any music on it. To play something, open menu on the left. You see, you need to open menu on the left. This button, screen off, opens that menu on the left. This is called the burger menu. You press this button and it opens up all the menus. So whatever app has this menu, whether it's Waze or Google Map or anything else, the screen off button opens that menu for you. So basically you press and see the menu is open. Now inside that menu you can rotate again and go into any recent activity, playlist, podcast, up, 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 back, goes back. In the menu, now I need to get back into this menu, right? So I want to go to navigation. I need to press down. So this is your up and down. You press down. It's not required for Apple Carplay, but for Android Auto, not only we need to rotate, we need to go up and down. So basically you go into your maps, and over here, again, we don't have any maps installed on this phone. This is just a demo phone, but it opens up your maps, and if you have Google Maps or Waze, it will let you select both of the maps. Okay, so we have your maps here. So basically, if you want to change something, you press this arrow down over here. So let's try to highlight. So this is your up, down, left, right, enter, back, and this is the menus that open up on the left-hand side. So let's zoom in back into the screen. So if you want to open up this menu over here, you need to press screen off button right here, and it opens up the menu. It opens and closes the menu. And then if you want to enter this menu on the bottom, you press this one, and then you can rotate whatever you want here. Load the music app, for example. And if you want to again open here, you press screen off and it opens this menu. So basically you got the menu when you need to open up. This is the button, this is your back, this is your rotation left, right, and this is to go up into the menu. You see it right here. I'm now in this line. And if I want to go back in here and do something, I'm in here. So basically this is your Android Auto. Again, whatever apps exist in Android Auto, they add it into your phones. You load the phones from the App Store, and you never have to worry about updates or updating the interface. In 10 years, if they release Android 27 or whatever the number is going to be, when it's updated inside your phone, it's automatically updated everywhere else. You only have to worry about updates inside your phone. Now let's continue to the other features. Now you will got another feature called video in motion. See this button, press and hold. You hear this beep, and then press and hold. You hear another beep. So one beep, video in motion activated. Press and hold, two beeps, video in motion deactivated. This is for factory DVD and drive. So let's focus on this for 1 second. We're gonna load the movie and we're gonna check this out. Okay, so don't worry about the focus not clear here. We're focusing on the buttons right now. So we're gonna go ahead and load the movie. And as you know, once you start driving, the video would shut off. We give you that additional option. So if you have a factory DVD player and you want to use it while driving, so let's go into media. Let's go into DVD. Where's our video here? To disc. And now it's going to open up the movie. So you got the full screen here. So this is a preview of some movie or something. Now, as you may know, that when you go into reverse, your rear camera appears factory as before. But as soon as I start to drive, my video would shut off. So let's start driving and watch that our video is going to stop playing because we have, see, the video is disabled, function disabled while driving. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to press this button and we're going to hear one beep. Now you can press full screen, and now no matter what I do, when I'm driving, I will see my movie. So now when I'm going to go forward, my movie plays and doesn't shut off anymore. So this is video in motion. This is the button that activates video in motion. Again, press and hold, 2 beeps video in motion disabled, press and hold, 1 beep enabled. However, keep in mind one thing, that video in motion enables and disables when you shut off the car. So this is video in motion. This is the basic radio. With the left touch signal, I'm going to have a left camera. This camera is not adjusted. It has lines. You can buy camera without lines. If you did not install a camera, there's nothing to worry about. When you put left turn signal, you're not going to see anything. Right turn signal, again, right camera. You have the lines. You can buy camera without lines. If you did not install a camera, again, nothing to worry about. Nothing is going to happen. In reverse, we got our factory camera. The factory camera pops up on the screen when the car is in reverse. And then in drive, you got your front camera. So let's look at it again. In reverse, you got the factory camera. And in drive, we got the front camera. Front camera shuts off automatically once the vehicle reaches the speed of 10 miles an hour. Watch this. You see, as soon as I reach the speed of 10 miles an hour, it's off. That's it. Again, I'm parking slowly. You see, I'm backing up slowly. Then put the car in reverse, in drive, and I have front camera. Boom, the camera is off. Now, it's very important to understand one thing. That if you're driving really slow, the camera will stay on. It only shuts off after 10 miles an hour. So again, in reverse, rear camera. In drive, you got front camera. So I'm parking really slow. I can see the object. But once I speed up to 10 miles an hour, that's it. The camera is off. That's about it. All the features. And again, if you're not installing one of those cameras, the images will not switch over. It will just continue to work.
Thank you for watching. Please click the logo on the left hand side to subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions work on smartphones, tablets, and computers. Please like the video, please click the notification bell, and please leave a comment about this video. If you want to watch another video, please click the video on the right hand side.